go have some fun.
What's up, everyone? We're back with another 365 series update. You know, this week I felt like I wasn't up to much, but you know, I actually did do a bit of exploring. Monday night after work, I ended up picking up a Mediterranean dish from a restaurant called Persia Lounge and Restaurant in Santa Clarita. It's a vegetable skewer with an assortment of different rices that had to have been made for gods. I'm telling you, from the first bite to the last, the food was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It was so good. I'm glad that I was adventurous that day. And on Tuesday after work, I got a call from Yesenia. That's my sister, and I introduced her into the series a couple weeks ago because she wanted to go on a vegan diet, and she said she wants to continue on that vegan diet for the rest of the year. Now, she called me because she wanted me to go with her to a hot yoga class that evening. And so, since this year I'm trying new things and exposing myself to different venues, I said no. No, I'm kidding. I said yes. Hey, so Yesenia and I are in Encino, right? It's Encino, right?
Yeah, Encino.
On Ventura Boulevard, and we're about to go to a hot yoga class.
Exciting.
It's pretty cool. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Hope you like it.
Hot yoga is basically the practice of yoga in a classroom with temperatures that rise to over 105 degrees. All right, so we just got out of the class. It's called Yoga College of India.
Bikram yoga.
Bikram yoga, okay.
Yeah.
It's so fast-paced. It's amazing. It's so fast-paced.
It's 26 poses.
26 poses?
And you repeat each pose twice, so you're doing it 52 times. It's an hour and a half in 104 degree temperature and 40% humidity.
There was a pose in there where I was literally on my back, and I could feel a puddle of water in the small of my back.
I looked over at you and you were just drenched in sweat. Like your ankle, like your Achilles had like a little puddle of sweat.
Yeah, it was gross. It was gross.
It was awesome though.
5 classes for $30.
Yeah, and this is the new student prices. So if you come, you try a class. If you don't like it, you pay $20. If you like it and you want to challenge yourself, 5 classes for $30, 10 for $49.
Oh, those were the prices for new students.
Yeah, and thereafter we'll see if we could like it, and we'll keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Like I said, I'm trying to do this journey of healthier habits and discipline. So this is one where it's 5 different disciplines at once: listening, paying attention, using maximum effort in all your moves. You don't want to half-ass anything. So it was cool. I really liked it. I feel really good now.
Yeah, no.
I feel good.
Actually, you know what? I feel really, really limber. He said, "Thank yourself for coming today," and I got to thank myself because I feel like my body thanks me. So
yeah, and I invited you on a whim.
Yeah, I'm glad you invited me because it was meant to happen.
Yeah, high five. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yes, Bikram yoga. I
feel like my last 365 series video resonated with people. It's because it featured vegan activism, animal rights activism. I even had a couple friends feel comfortable enough to ask questions on my Instagram post. One of my friends via Instagram asked me what I thought about hunting. And since I'm basically sharing my life with everybody, it's important to engage with people, whether that's through questions that I ask or answering questions that other people have when they come up. So I answered truthfully. I went vegan mainly because of factory farming. My issue wasn't so much with hunting as it was with the factory farm and the factory farm conditions. These are often environments that exhibit terrible, unhealthy living conditions, which can also affect the consumer just as much as the animals. These environments often leading to animal abuse, often from birth to death, and hormones being pumped into them while they're alive, and chemicals and dyes being used on the meats. If vegan food and vegan protein can get me strong and fit and healthy and happy, I choose vegan food every single time. Talking about animal rights or anything that's controversial can be sticky sometimes. You might think you'll lose friends, or someone might think that you're judging them for their lifestyle. But at the end of the day, the conversation, the questions and the answers and the discussion is the most important part. I want to live my best life, and if anyone asks, or if you guys watch these videos, I just want to share what I know about this vegan lifestyle and what a benefit it's been to my nutrition, my fitness, and to the environment. On Friday night, I ended up going to a nice dinner on Ventura Boulevard to Veg Station with Trinity and Nino of MyVLNF. The food was amazing. Guys, there's this lemony taste to it and the milky
This
flavor.
is your choice. What was this again?
And on the next morning, Saturday, you might have guessed that I went back to the farm to see my new friends. I love going there because I get to talk to all these volunteers with such interesting insight. I even learned where lettuce seeds come from.
So how lettuces grow is you have your roots underneath the soil, and then you get leaves growing up, and you can keep picking leaves from the outside, and as long as you don't pick off the heart, it'll keep growing. But once the lettuces get mature and they want to go to seed, they'll put out a long stem like this, and then at the top you get a flower. So this will bloom, the bugs will come in and pollinate it, and you get these pods that come out, and then you get these teeny tiny seeds like the ones we just looked at. So that's how lettuces reproduce.
We had these lentil veggie rolls for lunch. Again, it was great. Remember a couple weeks ago when I said I was working on a project for the farm? To provide much needed MyVLNF video production services to Kindred Spirits Care Farm. Well, I finished that project, and now I want to show you just a 1-minute version of it before Kindred Spirits Care Farm post this to their YouTube and Instagram.
This is my husband. His name is Wilbur. He's an African goose, and he's about 21 years old. He thinks he's my husband. I know. He came from next door where he was part of a hatching project. So he came here as soon as he was like sort of too big for the kindergarten class. Very often he will follow me around the farm and just honk like that if I'm not paying enough attention to him. He gets along with everybody. He's a completely gentle soul.
I expected to come here and fall in love with a pig or a goat, and never in a million years would I have ever expected to fall in love with a goose. No.
So you might be wondering how I'm doing in weight. When I weighed in this week, I was at 172 pounds. I went to the gym 3 times, and on those off days, I exercised at home. This morning, Sunday, Nino and I got to the gym at 5:30 a.m. to work on back and biceps. But for now, that's the end of this week's story, this week's update. See you later. For the MyVLNF 365 series, I'm Aaron Lanuza.